Tolo Beef Angwamo with fried eggs, sardine, ground pepper, and some sliced veggies. I'm Michael of M.O.D's Catering Services. Welcome back to my channel. Don't forget to subscribe. Braised rice, as people call it Angwamo or Emone Angwa, is so easy to prepare. You need, especially when you're making beef tolo beef, you need your tolo beef, you need your rice, you need your oil. So we are going to first of all heat up our cooking pot. Then we add a bit of oil to it. We are going to just make it hot. Afterwards, we add in our sliced onions, and caramelize that for about 3 minutes. Then we add in our tolo beef to also cook for about 10 minutes. You'd want to fry our tolo beef. And please do not add salt when doing that. Tolo beef is mostly preserved with salt. So please don't even think of adding more salt to end up messing up your whole angwamo. So you're going to add in our tolo beef, and you're going to fry and cover that to cook a little bit more. That's about 10 minutes more before we proceed to adding in our rice to braise it. We braise the rice without water. So we are just going to cover this up and let it cook for about 10 minutes. So here is about 5 minutes way in, and the onions are already caramelized and soft. So you're just going to keep stirring the tolo beef and then cover that up also for it to cook some time more. So finally, we are coming to do our last stir. So it has been in there for about 10 minutes now, and you have to make sure sometimes you have to add a lot of onions to also help take in some of the salt. So you're just going to add in our jasmine rice. Yes, so you're just going to add in, then stir that up, and you're going to just stir that up and make sure the rice has been well mixed into fried tolo beef and caramelized onions. Then we braise that without water. We cover it up and let it braise for about 2 minutes before we proceed to adding in our hot boiling water. So I heated up some amount of water in our kettle, and after braising the rice for about 2 minutes, that's when I added in our moist, or should I say our liquid ingredient. Hot water speeds up the cooking process, and if let's say if it's taking about 10 minutes with hot water, it's going to take about 7 minutes. If it's taking about 20 minutes with hot water, it's going to take about 15 or 12 minutes. That's why I normally love working with hot water. So you're going to keep stirring that up to avoid it from burning, because you're going to braise it for some few minutes. If it burns, then it means the braising wouldn't happen. So you're just going to cover that up. We open it up. This has been braising for about 2 minutes. We stir that up, then we can now finally add our hot boiling water to it. Then we cover that up and allow it to cook till it's well done. We know the measurements we normally use to cook, so we don't need to add in any extra water. At this stage, you can throw in some pinch of salt. Please do not use a lot of salt. Tolo beef is mostly preserved with salt, so if precaution is not taken, you might end up having your angwamo so salty. So we throw in a pinch of salt, we stir that up and cover that and allow it to cook. Then we can go ahead to grind our pepper for our special angwamo. You can also choose to taste for salt after adding in your hot boiling water before adding in your salt to prevent excess salt in your rice. So we are going to cover that up and allow it to cook. Then we move on to our pepper. We are going to ground our pepper together. So we add in our habanero pepper. Then we go ahead and slice up some onions. Then we throw in a pinch of salt as well. Then we are just going to grind them together. The look how way of I don't like blending our pepper for angwamo, no, because we end up throwing a bit of water. The tomato has water, so I don't even want to try blender with my ground pepper. So we're just going to add in our onions. We add a pinch of salt, and we are going to grind that up with our wooden masher. After that, we slice some tomatoes and add that up as well. You can even add ginger and garlic if you want. You take in a bit of ginger and garlic to spice that up. Then we add in our tomatoes, our already sliced tomatoes. Then we grind that up as well. Then we finally taste for salt, add in the quantity we want, then we put that aside, and now head straight to adding our sardine. We added a little bit of our sardine oil, then we opened the sardine up and added the sardine itself to it. So now our ground pepper is ready with our sardine to be paired with our rice. We're going to add in some sliced vegetables. Then we set that one aside and start frying our eggs. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. I'm Michael of M.O.D's Catering Services.